Hey folks, it's man once again, and welcome back to another wrestling video on SummerSlam 1989. And this time on the commentary, it's Jesse Ventura and Tony Schiavone. Right, I missed Gorilla Monsoon. I would have liked to have been there because I think he works best with Jesse Ventura. But it was interesting to see Tony Schiavone there because I only remember him from the stuff he did in WCW. And I totally forgot that he did a couple things for WWF. Totally forgot. I only he lasted too long, and again he went like to WCW. And I'm sure on Wikipedia will tell what the whole story of what that is, but I don't know off the top of my head what the story is with why it wasn't Gorilla Monsoon, and was he hurt, was he sick, was he doing something else? Tony Schiavone, was he put in there just to test him out, what the deal is? But I never minded Tony Schiavone. I know a lot of people don't like him, but and Jesse Ventura's there as well. And SummerSlam 1989, the reason I would like Gorilla Monsoon there, because this is actually one of my favorite pay-per-views so far. I really enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun matches. For example, you had Heart Foundation versus the Brainbusters. It was very fast-paced, with technical wrestlers, and granted, the Heart Foundation lost, but again, very fast-paced, not boring. See, I got so excited, not the table. Not boring. It was fun. Wasn't. I'm guessing what they were doing was that they're getting to the point where the Heart Foundation. It's not going to fight and break up, but it's like, well, Bret Hart, he's getting a bit more popular. Let's try him as a singles wrestler, and see how he does it. So we don't have him lose for a bit. And this is a loss that they have, but still a fun match. Dusty Rhodes, who passed away, it's too bad because I like Dusty Rhodes. Always does great with promos. I'm sure their Vince McMahon was fucked with him on purpose to give him those stupid polka dots. I think there's an interview or podcast or something where he talks about that, but fuck Vince McMahon. He's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking jerk off. He could suck some balls. Please. But he made it work. You know, he was the working man and gave great promos. Had a battle with Honky Tonk. And it was a fun little match, which Dusty Rhodes won. You know, gives him the big elbow down, wins it. You know, not too long, but it's a fun little match. And it was nice to see Dusty Rhodes in there. I think it was the first pay-per-view. Yeah, I believe the first pay-per-view he was in. So it was fun to see him in there. Mr. Perfect, obviously he's on the rise. Beats the Red Rooster. Hip toss, drop kick, perfect plex, pretty quick. Not too much to it. And but you know, I like Mr. Perfect. That was the other thing with WrestleMania. I like Mr. Perfect. And he was a good bad guy, good heel. And you know, have him dominate. That's cool. The idea, I would like to have more offense in WrestleMania 5, but here he did okay. The Rougeau brothers and Rick Martel versus Tito Santana and the Rockers. Shawn Michaels got some good offense at the end. Did a drop kick, a suplex, a flying knee down. But Rick Martel pins Marty Jannetty. And again, it must be like they saw Shawn Michaels like, we gotta watch this guy. That's why they have Rick Martel pin Marty Jannetty. He's like, okay, that guy's expendable. Shawn Michaels is the guy we're looking at. And as we see in the future, they probably had a point. Well, they had a point. But again, it was nice to see Shawn Michaels get some good offense in there. And again, I like the last SummerSlam as well. The last SummerSlam I really enjoyed. So yeah, these SummerSlams so far, 2 in a row, I really enjoyed. This one and the last SummerSlam. And I think the reason I really enjoyed this one was the Rick Rude vs. Warrior match I thought was much better than WrestleMania 5 match. And the Hogan Beefcake vs. Zeus and Savage, I had some fun with. I mean, with Hogan and Savage in there, like Zeus is like, oh my God, it's Tiny Lister Jr. And but yeah, I mean, the Rick Rude versus Warrior, you got the flashbacks, a build up to it, I should say, and again, much better. Again, I thought the WrestleMania 5 was okay, but this one just had more to it. Clotheslines, throwing them out the ring, and suplexes, and body slams, double axe handles, atomic drops. Makes the Warrior fall on his balls from the top rope. Sleeper hold, which Warrior does the chin breaker, more bat drops, and clotheslines, power slams, power drivers. And then for some reason, I guess Roddy Piper and Rick Rude had some arguments before, like story-wise. So Roddy Piper comes in. Just he has some history with Rick Rude. And the Warrior does like a German suplex and a shoulder tackle, a bench press, a Warrior splash. Completely dominates Rude at the end, wins. And I just thought it went a lot smoother. I like Roddy Piper, so cool that he's in there. I mean, hell, Bobby Heenan cheated last time, so why not? And Warrior got good offense. Rick Rude knew how to take the hits well. It's just much more of a faster, fun match. Didn't have that fuck up that was in WrestleMania 5 where Warrior pretty much dropped Rick Rude. Which I was surprised. I mean, not surprised, but I wonder what other people think about this match. But I really enjoyed it. It was my favorite match of the night. And Roddy Piper doing a promo, and I miss Piper. Demolition and Duggan versus André and Akeem and Big Boss Man. Pretty much, Duggan hits a 2x4 on Akeem. Smash pins Akeem. They win. Kind of a running thing with Duggan is that he's going to hit people with a 2x4. Gets old after a while. So, whatever. Valentine versus Hercules. This was fun just because Ronnie Garvin, who lost at WrestleMania, he was I think he was the ring announcer. What was fun about this, not so much the match, but he kept fucking with Valentine, and because I don't like Valentine, it was fun to watch. I mean, the match was nothing, but Ronnie would just continue to fuck with him. Like when they're coming out, and Ronnie Garvin would just totally make fun of insulting Great Valentine. And then even though Valentine won, because he's the ring announcer, he would keep saying, "Winner, where's Hercules? By disqualification." And the ref is like, "No, tell it right. I've been corrected. The winner's Hercules for disqualification." I had fun with that, and that made me chuckle. And then you have this over-the-top, 80s style over-the-top promo with Macho Man, Zeus, which have the unibrow and the like he's coming in his pants, Tiny Lister Jr. And I reviewed No Holds Barred, so I'm not a fan. I mean, you can maybe laugh at it, but it's not for me. It's just like, this is just such a shitty movie. You can laugh at parts of it. It's just such a shitty movie, but that was they were trying to do, and hey, let's get Zeus in there, Tiny Lister Jr. in there. And there's some fun interviews I saw with Tiny Lister Jr. saying it was such a fun joy, such a big thing for him. And Tiny Lister Jr. has respect for the wrestlers and had fun, and that was fun. They're on YouTube, and they were fun to listen to. I listened to a couple of them. And this is the thing, it's like he wasn't a wrestler, so he can't do much. It's just, if people try to hit you, don't react. And that's pretty much what was there, is that nothing fazed them. But anyway, this is promo where them and Sensational Sherry, they're looking at a cauldron like a witch would do, and being over the top, especially Sherry, just so fucking over the top. "I see that Hogan is this." I can't even do it justice. It just, oh god. $1 Million Man versus Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Superfly would not do much. Honestly, he was there to lose. And of course, this is a guy that could have murdered someone, as in he might have murdered someone or killed someone. Is he in jail now? I can't remember. I don't know. I thought I heard that. But this match wasn't nothing. I mean, punches, atomic drop. Jimmy Snuka fucks up a leapfrog. Like, $1 Million Man's coming and he's supposed to leapfrog, but oh shit, and they fall to the ground, so Jimmy Snuka fucked that up. Carries Snuka to the rope, hit on the neck, backbreaker. Snuka does a flying headbutt. Virgil distracts him. $1 Million Man throws Snuka into a post and loses via countout. And then Superfly does the Superfly on Virgil. And like I said, in WrestleMania, was it WrestleMania or Royal Rumble? I can't remember which one. But pretty much Virgil is there to be just $1 Million Man, whether he wins or loses not clean, or DQ or countout. You're there to be punished. You're there to be demolished. And it was a really nothing match. And a promo with Hogan and Beefcake, which this line that Hogan says is just so funny. Ever since we hooked up, we've been hanging and banging. And I'm like, you've been what? Rewind. Ever since we've hooked up, we've been hanging and banging. I'm like, you've been hanging and banging each other? Or you've been hanging and banging the ladies? The kid asked, what's banging mean? What does it mean when they've been banging? I'll tell you tomorrow, son. Just watch it today. But you get sort of the build-up, showing footage of how this final match came to be. Where Hogan and Beefcake, about how the Biz don't fight the Big Boss Man in the steel cage, which I really enjoy that match. It's on one of the DVDs I have. And Zeus was there, and he beat up Hogan, and he says that, what the hell was it, that on the set of Noel's Bard, and he was pissed that he lost in the movie. And then at Saturday Night's Main Event, Zeus would, I think that's the DVD was on Saturday Night's Main Event. Zeus beat up on Hogan, is hitting Hogan, and Macho introduced Zeus, and during a match between Macho and Beefcake, Zeus attacked Beefcake, and Hogan came in hitting Zeus with a chair, and it did nothing. So Hogan, Beefcake versus Zeus and Savage. And again, Tiny Lisa Drew can't do much, but no sell, and maybe a bear hug. Get a sleeper hold from the barber, Bruce the Barber, Beefcake. The loaded purse, choking, gets tripped, flying elbow, and then Hogan immediately gets up, punches Zeus. He kind of staggers. Miss Elizabeth, who is their secret weapon, Hogan and Beefcake, trips Sherry. Beefcake knocks down Savage. Hogan uses the purse on Zeus. And I always remember this when Tony Schiavone yells, just the way he yells this out always makes me laugh. Where Hogan picks up Zeus, and Schiavone goes, he picked him up! He picked him up! I'm like, he's not Andre the Giant, why wouldn't he be able to pick him up? But he picked him up! Just the way Tony Schiavone said just made me laugh. Does a leg drop, wins. Liz is hitting Sherry. They chopped Sherry's ponytail off. It was a fun enough match for the people involved. And again, these SummerSlams have become some of my favorite pay-per-views. I mean, I mentioned that at the end of WrestleMania 5, but SummerSlam 88 and this one of 89. I mean, the Royal Rumbles, I like the Royal Rumbles itself, and these, I like the whole event for the most part. I mean, again, the only clunkers for me would be Million Dollar Man versus Snuka. The match of Valentine and Hercules was a clunker, but I like Ronnie Garvin's ring announcing. Fucking with Valentine. Dusty Rhodes one was fun. Heart Foundation, Brainbuster was fast paced. My favorite is Rick Rivers' Warrior. Thought that was great. And the final match I had fun with. But again, just those guys involved, Hogan, Savage. You don't have Zeus in there, that's fine. I like Tiny Lister Jr. I liked him in Friday and the President and the Fifth Element. So it was a fun enough match. And then they'd do a little bit in Survivor Series, and then I think it would end with No Holds Barred, the match / the movie, or the movie / the match, however the fuck it was called. I think it's the movie / the match. Which that'll probably be the final one I talk about before I take a break and do other stuff. But and yeah, I just remember, I know I repeat myself, but that Tony Schiavone, he picked him up. I had fun with this SummerSlam. Just like I had fun with SummerSlam 88. I really enjoyed these two. So, I thought it was two very fun SummerSlams so far. So, not much more I can say. Thanks for watching, take care, and stay tuned for Survivor Series 89, which I know I talked about Survivor Series before, but I figured for continuity's sake, I would do it anyway. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.